are you? It's Travston here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Greetings.
Today we were back in Winterspring, guys. Last episode we hit level 57. 3 more levels and we hit 60.
Come in, come in. Just don't sit too close.
Don't have
to the stove.
Songflower buff
It
right now,
hasn't
guys,
exploded
so
yet today,
I do plan
just to be
on
safe, I think you should sit elsewhere.
heading back to Fellwood. We'll probably pick one up. Someone was talking about my inventory being a little messed up. Got a comment about it from Fortunist. And yeah, I understand. Yeah, it is a little packed. We probably do need to go back to Orgrimmar and try to fix some things up here. It's mostly a mix of quest items, probably some that I don't even need. And then there's some items I'm just holding on to because I eventually want to sell them on the auction house. Because we probably will switch off of Self-Found if we hit 60. Some of these other items I'm holding on to, I'm not too sure if we need.
Where would you like
Kind of
to
just
fly
hold
to?
on to them just in case I want to switch. We're going to head over to Bloodvenom Post in Fellwood. Got a lot of bombs that I rarely use. These Devil Sword leggings I'm holding on to. They sell for 5 gold on the auction house. Pretty nice leatherworking pattern. It's pretty much pre-bis for all physical DPS. And then we have Lip. Limited invulnerability potion. It's around 4 gold in the auction house. And then this is just a bunch of engineering stuff. We still have some... We have a lot of mage weave that I could probably get rid of. Before I get rid of it, I probably want to, you know, turn it into bandages and then sell it, or either wait and then sell this stuff on the auction house. Deadwood headdress feather. Holding on to that to get our rep up with the Timber Maw Furbolgs. Tora's pouch. This looks like it's bait for Larkoi. Probably not going to do that. You can get rid of it. But thanks for talking about it, because I should look through it. Sandworm meat I'm holding on to. It just makes 20 strength food. It's pretty good. It's like 5 gold here, which is 4 sandworm meat. Pretty good farm, sandworm meat farm. If you're trying to make gold in hardcore. Rune cloth we need. Mountain Giant Musek. I think that is for a quest down here. Maybe we can get rid of that? I think we can get rid of it. Yeah, we'll get rid of it. Scorpion Stingers are for a quest in Silithus. We were same with these Sand Skitter fangs. We'll hold on to those. Probably head back. Shrunken Head? Not sure what the heck that's for. A small pack, that's for it's a secret to everybody. Maybe we can get rid of the Shrunken Head. I think we can get rid of this Imperfect Drainist Fragment. Target dummy we need to keep, just in case we get overrun. We have a bunch of, you know, scrolls that I should just start using. Got some roids. We also have 25 strength buff for 60 minutes. Probably should just use that. It's actually a good idea. Use that, and then we could just go farm some more. I'll probably use that today. That'll free up some space. Got a 10-slot bag. I'm probably going to use that, bring that back to Orgrimmar. Will put that in our bank. Greater healing pot. Kind of a crappy healing pot. We'll just sell this. Long Juice Cocktail gives us 25 stamina for 60 minutes. Good, nice buff to have. 250 health there. Call the Raptor. I should start using that. We got 2 charges left. Gives you 12 agi for 30 minutes. We'll use that today. Jungle Remedy. This cures diseases and neutralizes poisons. I just hold on to that just in case you get poisoned. I didn't know that it cures diseases. I could have used that with the disease at those those moonkins or whatever they're called. The giant chickens.
Peace, friend.
What are they called again?
Goodbye.
These guys up, the owl beasts. Yeah, ragged owl beasts. They put that debuff on us. We can actually use that to cure it. So I'll get rid of this. The egg I don't think we need. Get rid of that egg. I think there's a quest item. Start using these bombs up as much as I can. I'll clear up our bag space. We got a lot of junk. This ring we don't really need. The reason why I'm holding on to this stuff is because it has... It's like comparable or almost as good as what we currently have. This is a decent male waist. 12 strength, and then when struck in combat, 1% chance of inflicting shadow damage. We'll get rid of this. We don't need it. Kind of like the pieces that... This is like our only shield, so I keep it. Got this in Scarlet Monastery. This ring has stam on it, so I hold on to it. Like, if I feel like I'm getting close to death, then sometimes I kind of pick stamina over, you know, attack power. I think we're okay now. We got some bag space. We're doing pretty good with bags, too. We got 16 slot bag, 2 14 slots, and a 12. Not bad for self-found. And I'm holding on to a lot of this junk because,
We shall meet again.
let's repair our gear here.
Ancestors want.
Yeah, the reason why I'm holding on to a lot of this junk is because I want to sell it, and I can't just send it to a bank alt to sell it because I'm playing self-found. But once we get to 60, I'll probably make a bank alt and we'll put all of our junk there. Another thing I could probably clear up is the bank. And another reason why I don't clear stuff up in my bags is because I don't think you guys want to see that. Like, you guys would probably prefer me going out there and getting some XP, right? Dark sludge. Can I dodge that? Instead of, like, doing bag management. And I try to show you guys everything. Another thing I don't like to do is, like, say I open my bags and you guys are like, what the heck happened? How did you put... I think it's better just to keep everything. I don't know why I think that, but... So I always think... It reminds me when I played my rogue and they didn't have this stuff. You know, I was doing Season of Master. I think they might have had They had Soul of Iron. I think Soul of Iron was a thing back then. When you're making these hardcore playthroughs, you want to make sure that the people know it's a valid playthrough, right? That I didn't die or anything like that. Obviously, if I died, I wouldn't be able to play the character, and then I wouldn't have these buffs. But that's always in the back of my mind for some reason. So we got a nice male helmet here. Protector helms, 20 stamps, 7 spirit. Probably vendor that. Sells for 3 gold in the auction house. Because if I didn't have these buffs, and like say I was playing on a server that wasn't hardcore, it's pretty easy for someone to be like, oh, you probably just died off camera. You know what I mean? And then kind of invalidates the run. But these buffs kind of make sure that that's not the case. And also playing on Doomhowl sort of makes it valid. So trying to get these slimes here, guys. Do we have 10? Supposedly we need 20. 20 will get us... Supposedly the 5 that we need. We need like perfect slimes or something like that, or a certain slime sample. Remember the... Yeah, we need 5 corrupted fellwood slime samples. It's a wolf over there. Try to get some more tender wolf meat. And I hope you guys are doing well today. Doing good. Just trying to stay cool. We're in the dog days of summer now. And I heard something interesting about character extras. Supposedly, players are found a way to exfer off of anniversary servers to the classic era servers. And they do this by holding on to older transfers. So sometimes transfers go on sale, and then people buy up a few just in case they ever want to transfer. It's a pretty smart thing to do. And a player had an old one, right? And they noticed that they could transfer their anniversary character over to classic era, and they did that, and their character's dual spec went over with them. So now there's probably a few characters on that server that have dual spec. Dual spec you can't get on classic era at the moment. I assume once anniversary is done and TBC comes out, for a couple months prior to that, they'll allow people to transfer their characters over, and they'll probably implement dual spec into the classic era servers. If you guys don't know what classic era is, it's just a vanilla server that never ends. It's pretty much what it is. At the end of vanilla that came out in 2019, they made a classic era server so players could keep their characters. I transferred my Orc Warrior over there, so I put in so much time into that character. It would have been a shame to see him go. You had to pay like $10 to $15, I believe, to transfer him. People were kind of upset about that. But it allows you to keep your character, and if you ever want to do, you know, old raids like Nax or do some old vanilla battlegrounds, you can. And they're probably going to do that with the anniversary characters as well. They'll be able to transfer over. I plan on doing that with my mage. And maybe these hardcore characters as well. Kind of wish I transferred more characters over. I didn't transfer Flag Carrier over. And I didn't transfer my mage. It's mainly because I just didn't want to pay. And they didn't really have the greatest gear. I kind of felt like they were just level 60 characters, so I didn't feel motivated to spend the money to transfer them over. Just killing wildlife right now, guys. Killing some time while we wait to get this Songflower buff. Get a little bit of XP. But yeah, it's interesting that players are able to do that. Supposedly at the moment you can't exfer at the moment. They've turned it off. So Classic Era you can't switch servers. I think the most popular server in Classic Era is Whitemane. That's where I transferred my warrior to. But I rarely ever go on them. But it's nice that if I ever want to just do a Nax raid on my warrior or do some PvP, I can. Kind of wish they did that with TBC and Wrath of Lich King. Because you put so much time into those characters, it is kind of a shame when they just, you know, disappear like that. Because all the loot that you farmed and all the work you put into that character kind of just becomes irrelevant once the new expansion comes out. So I kind of hope they release a TBC era and Wrath of the Lich King era eventually, but maybe they won't. I think they might not do it because the people from the older, you know, TBC and Wrath of the Lich King, they'll probably be a little bit upset, right? They're like, what about my character from back then? Like, why can't I, like, can I bring that character over? Probably start a little bit of drama. So I had a Warglaive rogue in TBC, and man, I wish I could, you know, play him again in that version of the game. Be cool to do, you know, Black Temple and just some PvP on him. Battleground, stuff like that. Alright, so we got a decent amount of samples, 13 now. 2 minutes on the Songflower here. We're on layer 2, so should be able to get it. Don't want to wait too long. Yeah, there's people going over. A bunch of people are heading over to get it. We'll just hang out. Thinking maybe, like, slay a mob, come back, and then I'll probably miss it, and I'll be like, what the heck? But it doesn't really matter if you miss it, because you could just swap to layer 1, and then in a few minutes you can just pick up that one. Got any junk on us? Because we could sell some junk. While we wait... There's a few people here.
Be careful.
Alright, here we are. Level 60 warrior from tier 2. Tier 2 helmet. Level 60 rogue. A lot of level 60s. Getting their world buffs. There used to always be dispellers here when dispelling was a thing. There would always be a dead night elf priest just waiting for people to come here and so they can get dispelled. I would never come to this Songflower ever. Just because of that. Could also, you know, they could mind control you and jump you off the back there. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Stop moving. Don't mess it up, dude. What the heck? There we go. You should get it. And there we go, buffed up. The rogue missed out. Demko. Wonder if that's the goalie from the Vancouver Canucks. He's kind of had some rough years. I think his name's like Thatcher Demko or something like that. Maybe he's playing Classic WoW, taking a break. Barely played last year. I'm not a Canucks fan or anything like that, but I do pay attention to the NHL. And I'm in a little fantasy sports league with my friends. Been playing it for a while. I always considered fantasy sports sort of like Magic the Gathering, but for jocks. It's pretty much what fantasy sports is. Alright, here we go. We've got our slimes samples. We still need 6 more. We also got the Songflower buff. Happy about that. Can't charge through this log. That's too bad. Look at that beast Tauren warrior with his Hand of Ragnaros. What a savage. Usually that goes to shamans. Shamans usually get Hand of Rag first, and then on the other side they usually give it to Red Balance. It's not that great of a weapon. And most warriors are playing Fury anyway, so they don't really use two-handers. But it's a cool weapon. It's a cool weapon to craft. It's really badass in PvP too, especially on an enhanced shaman. You can completely one-shot people with that weapon. They get a nice like Wind Fury proc with it on top of the proc that the Hand of Rag does. This is kind of like the chill part of the hardcore leveling. I think 40 to 50 is pretty chill. It's long, but I must say, 1 to 40 is just it's more exciting in my opinion. You're unlocking, you know, dungeons and like new zones at a quicker rate during those levels. And you're playing a new character, right? So it's like life, you know what I mean? Sort of. You know, it's just more exciting when you're young. It's just how it is. And then when you get to this stage, it's just more chill. But once we get to endgame, it'll spice up a lot, because there's going to be so many dungeons to do, and then the pre-bis grind is pretty fun. I enjoy that. But we're kind of at that stage where we're just anxious. We want to be 60 as soon as possible, but we also don't want to die. Right? So you have to make sure you don't get too anxious. Start doing silly stuff. I don't know why, but that dark sludge ability never hits me, man. It increases the time between attacks of the nearby enemies by 33% for 5 minutes. We never get the debuff. I just move around when they cast it, and then we seem to never get the debuff for some reason. But if we do what I'm doing now, I think we'll hit 60, as long as I just don't run into anything too silly. Like we almost did it on Girl Crater. Probably go to Eastern Plaguelands, Western Plaguelands for a bit. Once we clear up a lot of these quests here. We'll check those out. We actually might hit 60 in EPL. I usually hit 60 in Eastern Plaguelands on my characters. Let's try this again. Actually, never mind. I just don't want to take a chance. I don't want to get a debuff. And I'm not using this stuff yet. We're not in a dangerous zone. If we were in Winterspring, I'd probably use a few things. That's another thing that kind of bugs me about games. I save things. I don't use anything like when I'm leveling up, which is not a good thing to be doing in hardcore. You should use the stuff you have while you have it, because you know you might lose your character, and when you lose your character, you'll wish you used it. Maybe we'll use some of this stuff today. If we head over here, we'll use it. Filled Flasket, we'll go to try to do Well Corruption. It's sort of a scary little quest. If we did rescue from Jadenar, we would 100% use our stuff. Not doing that, though. It's... The elite you fight at the end's pretty tough. It's a shame that we never really got to complete that. I don't know, it's just kind of bugged out for us. So we're going to be walking into here. There's a lot of satyrs to deal with in that area. Some more slimes here. So we'll slay some more of these guys. We got 20, but we'll get a few more. Just to be safe, guys. 'Cause you never know. We could get unlucky and 20 won't be enough. But use your stuff, guys. Don't do what I do. I'm just... I don't know. I'm just kind of weird like that. It's like a poverty mindset. Like you'll never have enough. type of... That's how it is. It's like you might need it later. It's a hoarder's mindset. Pretty much. Dark sludge. Time between attacks. Increased by 33%. Let's see if this works. We actually got the debuff. There we go. Perfect. Jungle remedies for the win, man. Alright, so let's head over to the Well of Corruption here and see if we can get this quest done. We have to fill a casket up. Something like that. This thing here, the Hardened Flask kit. And it's called a Flasket. Some more oozes down here. Quite a few of them. I love Felwood, man. Like, when we were running around on Goro, we couldn't find a single one. You go to Felwood, there's like 20 oozes around this little ooze pool. What do we get here? Scorpashi breastplate. 17 Agi, 8 Stam, 4 Spirit. Pretty nice chest. It's 450 on the auction house. Yeah, a lot of like level 40s would love that, man. That's a huge upgrade at that level. That's why the auction house is a little OP. Yeah, like you can really deck your character out. Become sort of feel like a little feel like an overpowered character, I would say. That's why I like Self-Bound. It kind of makes it feel a little bit more... Well, it's just the gear you get, the gear you have is the gear you've acquired. Which I think is good. So you got another disease here, infected wound, and get rid of that. Maybe we'll go back and farm some more jungle remedy. Is there 45 silver on the auction house? It's actually a decent farm. Not bad at all. Just farming a few of these wolves. We're trying to get some more tender wolf meat. We have 13 here that we can craft tender wolf steak. But I want to make sure we get this flask filled up. She feeds this to her cat. Pretty much poisons her cat. Undead don't really care about wildlife at all. They're like the complete opposite of night elves. Okay, so we'll sneak through here. Start to slow down as we enter into this place. There are some stealth satyrs. These guys have some pretty lame debuffs. Cripple sounds kind of rough. Shadow Bolt, kick those. There's a stealth right there. So they're actually kind of hard to see. There's Cripple. I think he missed that. I'd rather kick Cripple than Shadow Bolt. The debuffs would be kind of brutal. These guys have Slowing Poison, Jade Fire, surrounds the caster with Searing Magic for 8 seconds. Flames increase armor by 50% and inflict 50 damage to melee attackers. They got Sneak, puts the caster in stealth mode, but slows its movement by 50%. %, slower attack speed. That's brutal. Not a good place. You can get rid of it, though, with Jungle Remedy if we ever get into a tough spot. Like, tough situation. Lead up and then use like a scroll. Use Call the Raptor. Use Scroll Stam rank 3. And we'll put on Long Juice Cocktail. A bunch of buffs. Could use the Add Strength one too, why not? Do you have a strength buff right now? No. You go buffed up. That's another thing too. Even the buffs you get here, like these, we acquired all these ourselves. Which helps quite a bit. Just gotta move slow here. There's one. Just making sure we get rid of these stalkers. This is not a place where you can just run your mouth through. This has got backstab and gouge. Pretty self-explanatory abilities. It's a rogue. A rogue without stealth, though. I won't be charging in, really, here. Just because... could run into some stealthies. Gouge this. It's good that they don't gouge and run away. Heat up here. Nine minutes on our food buff. We'll just fight our way over there. I don't know if we'll fight our way out. We could just hearth out. Fly back to turn it in if we wanted to. We'll see. These are the ones that cast Cripple on you. Kind of close to each other. Seems like you kind of have to fight both of them. See if we can maybe pull without... There's a patrol. It's not good. Yeah, we'll just wait. Be patient. That could have been terrible. We'll just deal with this patrol. And maybe we'll have to deal with both of them at the same time. Hope there isn't like a stealth patrol walking around here. Let the Shadow Bolt go off. Just gonna kick the cripples. Don't really want to have that debuff on us. Alright, I think we can charge in here. Pull back. Did we pull that guy? Kick him, pull him back. Nice. Such a high level, we can do that. Now pull two. It's awesome. Save our next kick for the cripple. I think we're okay here. We could charge. Save our kick for the cripple. Shadow Bolts kind of miss us because we're such a high level. Oh, damn, I thought he was going to hit us with that. Try to heal up here a bit. Slowly getting there, guys. This is the pool we need to get to. This corrupted Moonwell. There has to be some stealth staters up here. Don't see any at the moment. I think she tells us to go back here too, or somebody does display a certain satyr. We're just stealthy here. There he is. There he is, Sevathris. Pretty sure there's a quest to fight him. He's not an elite, though. Nixia resets 30 minutes. We could get Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer if we went to Orgrimmar. Oh, pulled another one now. See, look at that. Stealthy snuck up on us. Should be fine. Two minutes on our food buff. Nice, we got a healing pot again. It's really good. I was kind of upset that we used that last time. 1,050 to 1,750 health with that pot. It's really good. Only 16 silver on the auction house. But they're awesome to have. Save our life. I was kind of hoping we could replace these superior healing pots. There we go. Very good. See if we can fill up this vial. Got it. I think we'll probably get a quest to come and fight him. I think we can hop on our Kodo and try to get out of here. We'll see. I want to move kind of fast through here so we can avoid some back spawns, but it looks like we can't avoid them all. There's one that just spawned. Okay, there we go. This is where we stop. Stop here. We have to fight our way out of this. Don't mind that. I don't really feel like hearthing and flying back when we can just fight our way out and then just go over there. I hear a stealthy around here. There he is. Could you imagine, like, killing Kel'Thuzad in hardcore? Like, that is insane. And not dying. Like, that would be so awesome to do on this character. I don't know if we can get that far, but that would be so cool, man. We'll see. Don't get too overzealous. Almost pulled too much right there. A little creepy. I think he just spawned too when we pulled the soccer. He wasn't there when I charged. We pulled another. We're all right. There we go. Could probably cleave these guys down. They're level 51 or level 57. But I'm playing it safe. We did a lot of damage with that cleave. Much more than we did in Winter Spring when we were fighting those... when we were fighting the owl beasts. I almost died trying to fight two of them. So there's a demonic ruin. We'll loot that, obviously. I don't know why they're asking us about it. How much are demonic ruins? You're supposed to be able to sell these on the auction. They're soul-bound. Thought you could sell them on the auction house. Pretty sure you can. Very good for casters, guys. You get 900 to 1,500 mana at the cost of 600 to 1,000 life. It's pretty much a life tap. Great for healers. Right? If they're already full health, they're struggling on mana, they just use a demonic ruin, and then they get their little bit of mana back so they can heal. And next time I do play hardcore, if we do again, I'll probably play Alliance next time. I do have 2 Alliance playthroughs though already, so for hardcore, a rogue and another warrior human warrior that I died on. The rogue I got to 60. It was a solo self-found playthrough. Didn't group up with anybody. And I didn't do any dungeons. We literally just leveled out in the world the whole way. Which is why I don't do that anymore. I don't recommend doing that. It's more fun doing dungeons, man. And grouping up with people, This game is a social game, right? And I have more fun when I'm grouped up with other people. For the most part. You can turn the other way around, too. You can become a little toxic as well, but that's the spice of WoW, right? You never know what type of group you're going to get. So how are we doing with these slime samples? We got 25. That should be more than enough to get 5. We have a 1 in 5 chance to get the perfect, I forget what it's called, corrupted fellwood sample. For every 5 we go through. Just looking around here, seeing if we can find any easy Songflower buffs that we can get. It's like the next one's in quite a while. Next closest is probably layer 1 in 3 minutes. Maybe we'll go get that. That might be a good idea. Kind of done with fighting slimes. It's always a pain getting into this place. Always. Oh, you have to find the river here. There it is. Pretty sure that's the river. I'll turn this quest in. And then we'll hopefully be able to make it to the Songflower and try to rebuff ourselves. And it's just a standard way of playing endgame. Like, if I do any dungeons, guys, I'm going in with full world buffs if I'm playing hardcore. I'm not messing around.
Yes.
This is of utmost importance. Be on your way now. Filled flasket.
Very well. We must find a way to use this corruption against our enemies. This corrupted water can be used to our advantage, adventurer. With just a small amount of the water, my kitten doubled in size and seems to be stronger somehow. These cats may prove useful. Here, adventurer, take this cat carrier and release the kitten inside next to the moon well in the ruins of Constellas. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the results. Return the cat to me, and I'm sure I can make it worth your time.
You have to release the kit. Now I have to go back. Do that again. Do that later. I think eventually we have to fight that guy. We'll take our time. We'll go back again. We'll release the kitty. And we swapped to layer 1, guys. I'm gonna go get this buff again. Get another 32 minutes. Cool how they have people like that. They're like bots, I think. It's like a good bot. Good bots. I wouldn't say he might not be a bot. He could just be a player with a weak aura. That you know. Could be a player with a weak aura that just says whenever layer 1 pops up, they auto-invite. I used to have weak auras for, I used to sell water and ports in Kargath as a mage. That was like how I made gold. And I was just like hanging out at the computer but not playing the game really. I don't know why this guy's standing right on top of the Songflower. I hope we don't miss it. If we do, it's whatever, but I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I used to sell ports, and I made a weak aura. It's pretty common. A lot of port sellers did it. They would make a weak aura, and the weak aura would instantly invite somebody when they would say like UC or TB or Orgrimmar would be org or port org, and then the weak aura would come up. It'd show a little symbol of, you know, Undercity, Thunderbluff, or Orgrimmar, and then you just make the portal. I'd always have like food and water on me. If they wanted food and water, I'd give them a little bit of that too, and then it'd give you like, you know, 1 to 2 gold. Some people give you 5. And it's a chill farm if you're just doing something on the side. There we go. We got the buff. Happy we got that. We'll head back to Everlook, guys. Sell the junk we got. See what we picked up.
Come in, come in.
But not all those
Don't
people
sit
are
too
bots,
close
is what
to
I'm
the
trying to
stove.
say. Some of the
It
people are
hasn't
just,
exploded
maybe
yet
they're
today,
working
but
on something
just to be safe, I think
on
you
their
should
side
sit
monitor.
elsewhere.
They're helping out the server. Who knows? In my opinion, though, layering in general is just lame. I don't even think how this server should have layers. Maybe it should. Maybe there's too many people, but it doesn't feel like this server needs layers. But maybe it does. We'll just vendor this. Starting to get a lot of mage weave. We'll have to deal with that later. And that seems to be it, guys. We made like 5 gold there. That was pretty good. We got a quest done. And next episode, we'll probably finish up Wild Guardians. And then I think we have to turn that in back where we were at Blood Venom Post and Fellwood. So we'll do that, and we'll probably head back there and just keep doing quests while we're here, guys. But that is going to be the end of today's episode. I'm happy that we were able to survive another day. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.